Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recent release game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we are looking at Stranded: Alien Dawn, which is a very extensive city builder with tons of crafting and enemies to go through, combat, very extensive research trees, and there is a lot to take in. As a warning, the tutorial is going to take you about 2 to 3 hours to complete. It's incredibly in depth, and as you can see from the sort of scenes that we're seeing here, it is incredibly beautiful and very graphically detailed as well. As always, we'll look through the options first, and then I will take you through the gameplay, what I've discovered so far, what I like and what I dislike. So let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into it. Alright, the options. I am very pleased with this options menu. It is very in-depth and detailed, just like the game. Your display options, you've got full screen mode, resolution, VSync on or off, frame rate limit, UI scale, and brightness. Video options, there's a lot here. That's all I'm going to say. There's a lot. There's a huge amount of customization that you can do with this game. It was designed for PC, and it's very obvious of that. Really happy with everything they've got on here. You can even have your frame rate counter on or off if you so desire. Audio, it actually starts the volume like about midway, which is nice, and you've got different sliders here. You can even choose to have it mute when minimized, and the radio station you choose. Dark is actually pretty ambient. It's really fits the theme of being stranded. It's kind of a Wild West sort of playlist. Really good. Very much a soundtrack that sets the scene of the game that you're in. Controls, it's a city builder, so you're not really going to need too many here, but it's nice that they've got the options. You can invert your mouse wheel, for example, change your movement speed and all that good stuff. You can even use a controller if you so desire. It's nice that they've put that in. Gameplay options. There's maybe not as much here as I would have liked, but the options they've got are really good. You've got Imperial units, you've got your autosave on or off, you've got your autosave count, autosave interval, show survivor names, survivor activity, etc. The activity is actually really useful because it means that you know what your survivors are doing at any given moment. The one thing that I would say, which I'll get more into the game later, is it doesn't show whether you can increase your survivors or whether you're just running with these three forever. The tutorial hasn't really got into that yet, but I wanted to do the video and I kind of got a grasp of everything. So we'll maybe find out in the game later on if you can increase your survivorship or not. But either way, you've got the names and their happiness and everything so far. And then your key bindings. So again, it's a city builder. You're not really going to need to use all of this, but it's nice that it's there for hotkeys and stuff, and you can rebind it. Alright guys, let's jump into the gameplay and see what this game actually has to offer. If you like city builders, I feel you're going to absolutely adore this. Alright, so once you've done the tutorial and you start a new game, you can go into your settings, which again, really nice. So you can change the scenario, you can change the location, you can change what moon you've got, you can change the game difficulty, the seed, and the game rules. I really like that you can add different game rules and different sets. So it doesn't matter what biofacts and stuff, you can make the game very difficult on yourself as you go. Alright, the screen then. This is what happens after you have selected the settings. You can select off all the survivors and then go through and choose them. They each have their own bio and their own traits, so you can see what they've got interested in, what they're going to be good at, what they're going to be smart at. There's a lot here. There's a lot of characters to choose from, and you basically just have to double click to select them. So there you go. We've got our 4, it grays them out. And then you start, and I really like this. I like the fact that you can essentially choose one, and when you click on it once, it locks them in, so it doesn't matter what you do or where you hover over. When you come off it, it will be on that character as well, so that's really cool. So yeah, that's your character selection. Once you've hit start, you will get a cutscene that shows that you have crash landed, and you will see your survivors here. Now again, This is unusual for a city game, or a city builder game, I should say, in that the world is so expansive, and you can see all the different animals you've got, the friendlies, the non-friendlies and stuff. And graphic fidelity on this game is stunningly beautiful. Most sort of city builders that you get are top down and you can zoom in, but there's not a huge amount of graphical impressiveness, if you like. Whereas this is genuinely impressive. It looks absolutely phenomenal. They're all, you know, individual character models and stuff. And I'm a big fan. I think it's really, really awesome. So, what do I need to do? Well, as you can see, we've got all these different options here. Some that you will unlock later on. And basically you have to build a camp and survive. You've got all your normal speed up here. You've got your conditions, whether you're outdoors, what sort of time of year it is. You've got your rooms on or off so you can hide the walls. You've got your quick orders, your survivor portraits, your resource bar, and your resource amount. So that's all to hide and or show things, which is kind of cool. As you can see, we've got some metal here. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit on play and we're going to select Mr. Quinn and we're going to go scavenge there. So what will happen is basically as you hit something, it will start to, the survivors will go at random. If you want to select a specific person, you will have to draft them, but you can't do that right now because he's having a meltdown. That's a problem. So you've got mental health to take care of as well, and you've basically got to keep everybody happy. So we're going to make a shelter here. You can rotate it as you go, and you can make it larger or smaller depending on how you go. So you're going to make a campfire there. We're going to make some beds. Now, if you hit shift when you build, you can build multiple, which is something that you tend to see a lot in this sort of a game. And then we're going to make another one next door, so they've got their own sort of spaces. And then once you've done that, you can then build a campfire, but we need wood. So what we're going to do is we are going to suggest this, and we're going to cut. I'm going to cut some more, we're going to cut some more. Now, if you wanted to do it a bit quicker, you can drag and select, and then you can hit use to basically use your rations or forbid them, or you can select on the broadleaf budgets and cut them down. You're going to need to find some wood from somewhere, so you're going to need to find some trees in order to build a campfire to keep people warm, as well as make sure that they've got everything that they need. You can then make a stove and a drying rack for any animals and stuff. You've got storage here that you're going to need to make, so we're going to make a stockpile in here, like so, and you basically build out, and it is your bog standard sort of city builder from there, but incredibly detailed. So you can go into science and you can see what things you've got there with the research desk. You can start working on heat and lightning, electricity. You've got defensive things that you're going to need to make, like walls and fences, all of different materials and varying success and effectiveness. You have production, and then you've got manage, so you can manage your research and see what things that you need to do. So like you say, electric grids, you can make chemical cloth, long distance travel, etc. You can then look at your activities and you can see what people are doing, what they're good at. You can look at each person's individual stats, see their health, see if there's got anything wrong with them and how you can fix them. Their happiness meter, you can equip them with new stuff. So as you learn like fabrics and things, you will be able to make better clothing and better armor to better fortify them. Their skills, their profile, which tells you what they are and what they like. And then their restrictions, so you can restrict them on eating raw food or making sure that they don't use relaxation. You can select all, you can copy restrictions and paste them onto other survivors. It is incredibly in-depth, this game, and like I say, it looks absolutely fantastic. I am very, very impressed with this and how much attention to detail there really is. Right, so if we're going to make some stick fences, I'm going to rotate it, and we're going to make it go across there like that. Now, what is handy with this is that if I click and then go in a different direction, I don't have to physically do that. I can just move the mouse pretty much in whatever way I want, and it will do that. All I've got to do is click to make sure that it is sort of set in that way, which is really nice. I am a big fan of that, and I'm a big fan of this game. It's very good, and it is so in depth, and there's so much to do, and there's plenty of resources around. Obviously you've got to be careful of the animals and the bugs that are going to take, you know, a liking to you and come after you and attacking you later on, but early game that's not going to be an issue. It gives you plenty of time to sort of get everything set up how you want it. So there you go. This is Stranded, Alien Down. It is brilliant, and if you like city builders, I think you're really going to enjoy this. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.